Greetings everyone, Nathan Nerdarchy here from Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds, and today we're doing number 79 of our Quests and Adventures, and with me, I have a nerd.
Hey everybody.
It's Nerdarchy's Ted, for those who don't know.
Well, I think everybody that, watches this is pretty aware of, who I am on this channel, so we are without Dave today as he is prepping for his international flight. Lucky guy.
Yes.
Getting ready to go to the D&D in a castle, which is why we've got D&D in a castle striped all over the thumbnail there. We sadly are not going. We're going to stay here in South Jersey. And
we're going to hang out.
Man the forts, make sure that, Nerdarchy doesn't implode or explode or any other kind of ploding.
And we're off to a great start with a 10-minute late thing, which is pretty much all of my fault.
Well, I wouldn't say it's all your fault. Part of it is Dave usually does the setup and kind of thought that he was going to do so.
We told him we got it, and then we didn't do it. So, Dave always does that. We're fine. No, I was out doing yard sale stuff and hanging out with my kids and my wife on her birthday, and then I was coming here. And I got here and I ate and I'm like, oh, I need to run downstairs and start this thing up. And then I'm like, oh, nothing is done.
I too was spending some family time today. So my wife, the kids, and we were actually horseback riding this morning.
Oh, cool. So
working on those nerdy skills, wherever I can.
Yeah, are they doing archery or lance from horseback yet?
No, there's none of that stuff yet. But
oh well, I think we need to have that at the nerd complex whenever that comes about.
Well, having horses on the nerd complex would certainly be a way to get the wife on board, because it's a big passion of hers.
Yeah, what was that about? You don't want to move again? How about this?
So yeah, I mean, we it's hot out there, so horses was not really all that interested in working hard, but for only being on a horse, 4 times in my life, still fun.
Oh yeah, where's the intern? We've got time with Toby.
The intern is probably doing stuff with his girl, or back at his place. He's got the weekend off because, as you can kind of tell, we're all doing this remotely.
You will paint minis and you will like it all weekend.
If I could just hand him my unpainted minis and say, crack the whip, paint these for me, that would be fantastic. But it's not the best use of his time. It doesn't really teach him the stuff that he wants to do, for the actual internship. So
yes, indeed. That's like asking the guy to go get you coffee.
But he is
they do that.
But he is actually working on a secret project for me on his own time, for, with my dollars. So that will be unveiled at a proper time and place.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm having some warning signals from my internet, but at the same time I have a green square. So just let me know, audience, if we've got some problems.
According to the stream health is excellent.
Yeah, well, it's also a free service technically, so you get what you pay for.
So what do you got on your agenda for the weekend, sir?
Well, I have some in the vault. I have a lot of gameplays that need to be worked on, and so I'm going to combo that with working on animation, because I'd like to have the animation ready for this coming Friday.
Okay.
The next installment of the slow-mo TPK, which we had to rename because some people just didn't get that if you said slow-mo TPK, it meant you weren't going to kill them all at once. So when you kill one guy, what do you think is going to happen to the rest of them? So, hey, it's the internet, and people hop in different times and don't read titles or look at thumbnails, or all that kind of stuff happens when you click on stuff on YouTube.
It is the internet. No matter what you do, you cannot make everyone happy.
It's true. That is true. And not that I'm saying my animation was fantastic, but when you get complaints about the context being off, it's kind of weird. So,
well, all I know is that my kids and I watched it, and we are eager for where the story goes. And I know where the story goes, but I still want to see, where you take it.
did you tell him?
No, of course not.
Well, your death is up next. So, I took inspiration from the drawings, the 20-something-year-old drawings you emailed to me.
Those were Nerdarchy Ryan from
long
back
ago.
Back in the day when he would sit at the table, and while we're gaming, he would sit there and draw. And he's got I imagine at this point in time loads of sketchbooks, but handful of D&D art was passed along by him and a couple other people, and I've somehow managed to save it.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't know what his hip point total was. He was too busy drawing.
That's still
anyway.
Awesome. So, guys, there's not a whole lot of you, kind of watching, but last week I had said that I got this book, and we picked a winner, and I couldn't get we didn't get any information from him. So, I'm going to try again. So, Nate, we need to figure out, a good way of giving away this book, because I don't need a second copy here. And I think we should, give it to one of our, loyals that hangs out in the chat all the time with us. So what do you think? Do they put something in the chat like, want it, and we pull those out post and pick one out randomly, and then we reach out to them? Should we do the whole scroll and have them email us like we did last time? What are you thinking?
How about we do a random die roll based on the amount of people in it? Do you have your app handy?
I don't.
I don't either. My app is in my vehicle, so
mine is over at my workstation. I could get it.
I would use the Nerdarchy Dice app based on the amount of people in participating.
So we'll figure.
I have a way of randomly selecting someone for the audience based on random number generation. I think that's what we'll do.
Oh, so Nerdarchy Doug is, besides working on super cool Nerdarchy projects, but he's also playing with the Weave cards. Yeah, I wrote an article on the Weave RPG, and I think he is certainly sold on it. So if go ahead.
If it's half as cool as I'm imagining, I'm sold on playing it as well.
Well, I think when he comes this way, in the somewhat near future, he's going to have to, demo it for us.
Yes, he might demo it in the way of having it be played.
Oh, well, it looks like DM Don from Drinks and Dragons. It's also his birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Don. Happens to also be Nate's wife's birthday as well. So.
Yes. And she's very happy that I only have to walk upstairs after the show instead of drive.
Well, that's one of the things.
Eat lunch, talk, drive, come home.
That's one of the things that, I kind of pushed for, if we're not filming videos today, then there's no point in us all congregating. We could just do this and go on our merry way.
That, and I can't put Cactus Jack in my Coke Zero if I have to drive.
Wow, Nate.
Hey, it's afternoon. That's most people's rule, right? I'll drink whenever, but
you're going to be working on your gameplays to get uploaded.
Yes, I'm so far behind. I'm like 10 episodes, I feel like.
Oh my.
Yeah. So that's 40 hours.
I'm taking the kids to the fireworks here in town tonight, so
that's right.
They'll get to stay up late.
That's right, because 4th of July falls right in the middle of the week.
Yeah,
we've got 4th of July started basically. I like it when it's in the middle of the week because then I'm gonna catch fireworks sometimes.
Well, there's a handful of local towns here that wind up doing fireworks, and I don't know if they purposely contact each other to be like, hey, when are you doing? Okay, I'll do them here, and you can do them here, and then this other one's going to do it over here. So I think they do it so you can watch lots of fireworks. But, you know, here in town, like, it's not that big of a drive. You know, we have I don't want to call it a secret, you know, parking spot, but, you know, it's not right on there, so you don't have to deal with the massive traffic getting out. You just walk a little ways, and we set up right there on the football field, and kids run around and have a good old time until it gets dark, and then let the magic happen.
Good. Well, I hope you enjoy it. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, we'll give away the thing later in the week, later in the
Chat.
In the chat. But what else do we got going on? We got any games coming up?
Not that I'm aware of. We got a couple of weeks before my session. We've had some trouble scheduling our Star Wars game, so not sure what's going on with that. Everybody wants to play. It's just a matter of getting everybody synced up. And then the last game that Dave was supposed to run was last weekend, and it got canceled because we had just found out that he was doing the D&D in France.
Yeah,
And
there's a lot of stuff to do.
He needed to get some stuff resolved beforehand. So we've only been running about one game a month for the last couple. So Tea Time with Toby is asking about a Captain America build. This seems to be a big question because we got that yesterday as well. So for Captain American build without homebrew magic items, how would you rule a weapon as a weapon or as close as you can? I'm guessing the shield as a weapon is what he's trying to say. I would give it a D6, maybe a D8. I would make it do bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, sure. It's weird. Okay, so when you say, like, what would it be in reality? And then you say, well, a longsword's what it is. I think shield threatening D6, same as a short sword. That's a decent. It's definitely not an improvised weapon. They're really nasty to get hit with.
Right.
I mean, think about whacking your shin on a coffee table. And then think of that coffee table flying at your shin at least fast as you can punch. And that's what it's like getting hit in the leg with a shield. So it hurts.
So Ranger Roy has a question for Dave, but sadly he's not here. Wants to know when we're going to see the gameplay vids. And I imagine with Dave getting prepped for France, it's not likely to happen anytime soon.
No.
At some point in time, he is probably just going to spam a whole bunch of them and unload on you guys. It's just a matter of making it happen. At some point in time, he's going to run out of space, so he's got to get them uploaded. The last several that I've run, I've tried to make it be shorter sessions, so this allows for him to not have to cut it. So it's just boom, put it up as a 3 or 4 hour block, and we're golden.
That's what I do for mine. I try and do like 2.5 hours, and then just split it into 2. So, so Dave will be gone pretty much from today until Thursday-ish.
Right.
So we are going to be handling live chats. Either Ted's on, and I will be quietly in the background making it all run with the overlay and stuff, as you see, for those who watch.
Yeah, my computer apparently is going on the fritz, and I can't figure out exactly why I can't get a good stream health. But, we found a workaround, and this seems to get the job done.
Maybe your Ethernet cable just needs a little bit more love or something, or to be replaced, to be slain and replaced by somebody else. I don't know.
So, Comrade2261 says, wow, is France prepared for Nerdarchy Dave?
I heard I read in the chat that he can say "stay nerdy" in French, so he is all prepared for France. I don't know. I don't think they're prepared for him, especially with that. I don't know.
So, did he inform you of how to say "stay nerdy" in French?
No, but I think someone said it in the. I think Nerdarchy Doug supplied it.
Ah, okay.
Either that, or he's saying, you know, because of Google Translate. I don't know if it's going to be the same. Slang's. I think slang's a little iffy. I don't know how. I guess they would have a word for nerd. It's been around a long time.
Hey, Arcania Workshop is in the house. I was just talking to Scott earlier today.
Cool. It's nice to see you here. And Ranger Roy's wants to know, where in France is this D&D game happening? And I asked Ted earlier, and Ted did not know.
And Scott answered the question, in a castle, as far as I know. That is all of the information I have. So I told people, pretty much stay tuned to social media as Dave hopefully begins sharing out the different stuff that he's doing.
No, Doug knows.
He's got all the questions.
Yeah. Was it Chateau de Chalin?
However you want to pronounce that. Chateau de Chalin. So thank you, Doug.
dndcastle.com. Facts.
There you go.
Thank you. I did not think it was going to be dndcastle.com, but it makes perfect sense. If you can grab that, why not?
Yeah.
Fan game. What's going on with the fan games? Do we need to pick a number people out of a hat? Is it
next week? We announced the next fan game. I ran mine this past Monday, and it was a lot of fun. We actually had some of our regulars here from the chat. We had some people who's their first time gaming with Nerdarchy, and we've had somebody who's pretty much gamed with I think everybody but you or everybody but Dave.
Oh yeah.
So that was pretty cool. He even got the rare Nerdarchy Ryan before he left. So
it's like collecting all the Pokemon.
Well, I mean, it's great to be able to see the different styles of gameplay, because we all certainly have a different style of running. And,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and it really is a ever evolving process. The more I play, the more games I play, the more D&D I watch or I'm involved in, I'm always going to be picking up things to, alter and change the way I do things. And, I was curious how this idea was going to go, because it was a romp into the Feywild. And I'm like, I don't want this to all be combat, but I want there to be hazards and things. And I was pretty happy with how it turned out.
That should be an achievement, Doug, if you get a character to live with an 8 Constitution through a game.
10th level game, he had 32 hit points.
Oh.
I one attack, I did 26 points of damage to him. And it's like, all right, well, this is not going to go well. But it dropped him because he'd already taken some damage prior to that. And it was fun, but... he gave it away. He survived.
He made it. Wow. 32 hit points, 10th level game. I don't most CR, for on par CR, don't they do more damage than that?
They can.
It's like
they can.
One shot drop or like a 1 round drop.
Well, the big monster that they fought, I actually had pared it down a little bit from what was in the Tome of Beasts. But had I used it at full strength, it could have utterly destroyed him. If I had rolled well, it could have literally taken him to dead.
Nice. It's good. It's good threat feeling right there.
But I mean, he was a trooper. He told me the hit points on my notebooks over there. But I'm like, oh geez, 32. This is not good for you.
Yeah, I rely on my people having a lot of hit points in my game that I play with them, and you know what? 2 of them have heavy armor master, so I'm slogging away at them, and I do 6 damage. Oh, they only take 3. Do 9 damage. They only take 6, and then I really wallop them with something. One of them's immune to crits, so he's a really tough nut to crack.
One of my players was that exactly. He had heavy armor master, with adamantine armor. So it was exactly that. I'm like, whoa, that's the other side of the coin when it comes to, what Doug was doing. But Doug was, you would be proud. He was playing a sorcerer, but he was, being a mentalist because he played a Gitzerai.
Oh, nice. Good. There's a good twist on it. And it's a little less wonky than the current psychic stuff anyway. So, mentalist sorcerer.
So you guys out there, I've made mention that the giveaway shelf has got some, quite a large stack. How would you guys feel if, we did giveaways, kind of each week on this thing with some, lesser prizes than what we would do with the normal monthly? How would you guys feel about that kind of stuff?
Would you enjoy more chances to win free stuff?
So DM Don, I can't remember, are you guys doing anything this year with PAX Unplugged? We are absolutely going. I'm not certain if we've, done our press, applied for our press passes yet with that. But we are certainly going. We are hoping to try and, get some more, local fans together to do something with that.
Yeah, I don't know what we would do if we didn't just go and hang out, because we basically went there as con people to go and hang out and talk with everybody. So, I mean, what's someone that's going to PAX Unplugged? What are you looking for? Like us at a booth?
No.
Selling T-shirts.
I think he's talking about, like, are we going to try and plan a get together like we've done for some of the other cons?
Oh yeah, that would be absolutely something I want to do. Beer and pizza, that sounds like good options. And D&D.
Mr. X, woohoo! Next stop, PAX Australia.
No, I think I'm gonna have to watch how it goes from Shadiversity's YouTube channel. I'm like, yep, there. It looks pretty cool over there.
Well, Australia is on my on my bucket list to get to. So I don't have a lot of travel that I'm looking to do in my life. I'm more of a homebody than let's go to lots of places. But I want to go to Germany. I want to see the Schwarzwald, the Black Forest. Want to get to Australia. I think it'd be cool to go to Ireland, and the wife wants to go to Alaska.
Those are good stops.
So with Australia, I mean, maybe Mr. X can, get us a hookup.
And DM Don is talking about some after hours party. So we'll have to get with you later and talk with you about it. Set something up. I read Schwarzenegger, not
the Schwarzwald, the Black Forest.
It's like, Doug, what? Hiked? How did you hike through him? It's the problem with trying to watch the stream and watch the chat at the same time. Sometimes you just lose some details.
Yes, Nerder Doug is so awesome. He hiked straight through the Terminator.
Yeah, so Zagasi Forever. Hey, can you guys do a video on level 4 fighter tunnel fighting style, sentinel, and polearm master feat? I think we've done something like that. We've done a lot of builds. Have we done something like that, Ted?
We did a build with a polearm fighter, with the sentinel feat and that kind of stuff, and we kind of rehashed it a little bit when Xanathar's came out, because there is there's a subclass that basically has most of that built in, including like the unlimited number of reactions that it can take. So like literally it stands there and the army rushes past him, and everything in a 10-foot column that passes him gets an attack. It's ridiculous. But so yeah, I would definitely just go look for that polearm character build.
Yeah, and then it would be high strength, decent armor. I don't know, tunnel fighting.
I wouldn't necessarily want to use a polearm in a tunnel. I mean, tunnels tend to be restrictive.
That's a big tunnel.
To me, I'm thinking, tunnels, like give everybody a shield and a short weapon, and then give somebody behind you the polearm, and you're working together as a team. That's more of the style I would want to.
Yeah, so you'd want tunnel fighting for the guy up front, I would think. I'm trying to remember what that style gives you. I'll just look it up on D&D Beyond. Seriously, I'm looking it up on D&D Beyond.
Okay, sure. Yeah, no, I want to talk. So I'm gonna just kind of tease out some of the stuff that we have, here on the shelf. We have a couple copies of Dark Places and Demigorgons. And it's got it's got an ampersand on it, so it's still technically a D&D kind of thing, but it is its own system. For those who are waiting to, check it out, but, waiting until they get a free copy, we've got, Starfinder. For some reason, I almost called it Stargate. That's weird. We've given away one copy, but I have another copy of Westbound, the Wild West RPG. We have a copy of Encore, the Kingdom of the Gods, and there's some pretty cool handouts and stuff that goes with that. I have a whole shelf full of 5th edition D&D stuff, as well as a whole pile of Pathfinder and non 5th edition books. We have decks of cards that go with the D&D stuff. I got a couple board games. I got some tiles. I've got some books. So like I said, I've got more stuff. There's, I'd shown off before that we have the cool battle mats, and we got a couple of those to give away. We have some Nerdarchy artwork that, we had commissioned at one point in time, that we can give that away. So, I mean, that's the short list of, what's out there. So, and it'd be cool to, try and pass that along, as I can only imagine that as things continue, as we head to Gen Con, the more cons and stuff we go to, the more we encounter people, the more people are like, oh, let me send you some stuff, give it to your fan base, and we love doing that stuff. So trying to find a way to parse out some of the stuff that's been sitting here for a while.
Yeah, we always snag in some things. If they say here free, we say, hey, can we take another one and we're going to give it away on our show? They go, yeah, sure.
So Brian says, do you have an online market? We sell Nerdarchy swag, gaming tiles, gaming miniatures, and as well as PDF adventures, that kind of stuff over at the shop at nerdarchy.com. So if that's what you're looking for, Brian, we certainly do.
Oh, yeah, by the way, I did not put all the links that we normally put in on the weekend, just to let you know.
Oh, no.
So it's a little sparse as far as how to get a hold of our content this week.
Well,
that's usually like a half-hour plus job, isn't it? There's a lot of stuff to grab.
Well, all of the links for what has been previously done, I do a Google Doc on that every week. I throw that up on Patreon, and it's a public post that goes up typically 11 o'clock on Saturdays, and it has a link to everything that we did as Nerdarchy for the week. So all the links for the Nerdarchy website, all the links for what happened on YouTube, including gameplays and Saver Dice. So that goes up there.
So you'll be able to find that over on our Patreon, Nerdarchy Patreon.
Yes, if you are looking for those links, it's up there. You can go check it out. I've been writing a little bit more. I know, our authors kind of come and go. Sometimes they're able to do stuff, sometimes they're not. And since they volunteer their time to do so, like, I can't really fault them. But so let's see. If I buy Nerdarchy swag, can I get another one to give away on my channel? Please don't look into my not fake channel. We can discuss that. Mr. X, contact us via Gmail, nerdarchy@gmail.com.
By the way, I just put a link in the chat about going to the Patreon site, and then you can just simply click on posts, It also tells you the different levels we have for Patreon rewards there.
If you're interested in supporting us over there, Nerder Doug says if you want Nerdarchy or Nerdarchist Ted's Kickstarter picks for the week, you can check out the website tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. I do try to keep an eye on Nerdarchy related Kickstarters and throw them up there. Just because number one, it's good service for the community, and it's a way to make you guys aware of what's out there, and it goes out every single week, so you can like sit back and say, all right, well, I want to look at stuff, but sometimes I'm afraid to just go search Kickstarter because it's too big or what have you. So here's ones that have caught my eye or caught Nerdarchy's eye, and we just say, all right, release it. So Tea Time with Toby, I've got an article I've been writing as a new GM for a custom campaign I'm running. I'm hoping to have an article to proofread this week. So yay for first time writing.
Yes, thank you. It's good to have you on the site.
So you guys out there, how is your game going? Anybody using any of the new Patreon rewards that we've been looking at, or not looking at, but any of the new Patreon rewards that we've been having done? Anybody go and grab Impusia and run that art gallery in any way, shape, or form? I think that some of the stuff that we've thought up and had created has been pretty impressive. And if you are looking to get in on what is it, the Wyestone Tower, I think it's called, today's the last day, and then as Patreon settles up, I usually send those out between the 7th and the 10th. And let's see, Doug's used the Lord of Dead Dreams and Wyestone horror stuff in games. That's awesome. I love the Lord of Dead Dreams. I was very, very happy to see this idea of Dave wanting to just do Fey Bandits and where that thought pattern went. I had a bizarre dream of like butterfly humanoids that could be used as these bandits, and the way that all of these ideas twisted and got changed around, I just loved it.
Yeah, it's really crazy what you like. If someone said this is our initial concept before you even do the video, and then what the finished product looked like on the other end, it's really crazy. Critical Hit Publishing did the Wyestone Tower, and like I don't recall filming that video. I mean, obviously we did. It's up on it's up there to view. But it was such a I mean, it was awesome, don't get me wrong. But it's such a divergence from what we had done or what we had said. It's like, okay, this is clearly inspired by, this is great. He went in their own direction. Whereas like the Lord of the Dead Dreams, that was like, all right, I'm going to take all of your ideas and I'm going to concrete them down into, the product. Now with that one, he took two monsters and pushed them together, to make the ones that actually suck the dreams out of mortals. And I was okay with that. But it's like, all right, well, I still want to make this. Can we get this thing made? So we're down to 17 minutes, unless we want to, go to 3:10 to give them the full hour that they that they're supposed to be here for. I would think we would do that.
Okay.
Well, we got a lot of cool stuff on the I've put okay. Let me explain. I've put stuff up on the shop site for the shirts, but I don't ever look at the shop. Really look it over. I'm like, wow, there's a lot of stuff up on here. Especially with the influx of all of Mike Gold's stuff.
Well, I like Mike's t-shirts. I need to actually get a couple of those, just because it's like, well, I've pretty much got everything that we've done. Um, so Tea Time with Toby says, "Screw it, 2 hour stream."
Hey, what do you think this is? Nighttime? Nerdarchy after dark? 10 to 10 won't last. 2 hours
No.
is too long.
No, no. The family is chomping at the bit. It's like, wait a second, it's Saturday and you're not doing your regular filming. You know, let's plan this, let's plan that. So they're trying to get every second out of me that they can today.
Yeah, when I said I don't need to be there for the time, I just need to do the live chat, and then I was like, well, wait, I have a whole bunch of work to do after that. But then she said, hey, it's my birthday. I'm like, I guess I'll do that later.
So we just updated the site yesterday to get the Wandering Monsters T-shirt up to up there, with guys' choices. So that's one that I'm definitely eyeing up, and I'm talking to Arcania Workshop to see about getting some more designs from him that we can put up as far as minis go and whatnot. So hopefully there'll be some new updates in the very near future, so that we can talk about doing more stuff. No, the Patreon giveaway is tomorrow, Toby. We are going to find a way to get the 5th edition Foes book out to somebody, because last week we chose a name. That person did not contact us. So I've got it here, and it wants to go to a good home, because mine's over here on the shelf, and I don't need 2 copies. So Comrade 2261 says, how would you feel about being on TV? I have a TV show. It's on hiatus till mid-August while I heal up. I was wondering if you guys would be open to it. We're always open to extra exposure and that kind of stuff. It depends upon where you film, where you're at, how would we be involved.
Yeah, if you want to email us details about that would be cool. We can go over it. But we always like talking with people who like nerdy stuff about nerdy stuff. So
we we had on the live chat the one day the guy who's doing the Orcs of New York, and we kind of talked a little bit on camera, talked a little bit off camera, and he's talking about if they can actually get that up and running, that they want to have us on as kind of extras. And since Nerdarchy is all about the dwarves, I tried to push the whole beard angle of, okay, well, can we, you haven't really mentioned dwarves in the whole opening video. How can we make that work? And he's like, well, we can play around with that. We can certainly look into getting some dwarf stuff going on. So if that winds up doing anything, we just might very well get an invite to be a part of that.
So you're saying I shouldn't shave? I just trimmed it today, so.
Oh, you got to do what you got to do, man. I can't change what you are, and nothing against the size of your awesomeness, but it would be hard pressed to make you be a dwarf.
I'm more like a Goliath.
But Goliaths don't have beards.
Just the ones we've had pictured don't have beards. Somewhere deep in the mountain wilderness, a Goliath says, "Wow, you know what? It just might be a little too cold to go shaving. I should just let my beard grow."
I can't completely say that Critical Role has got all the answers, but their campaign 1, they had a Goliath barbarian, and he was told that Goliaths don't have beards. They're naturally hairless.
Bah.
And when he found a belt of dwarven kind, it was a struggle to get him to grow any bit of beard, even with the belt of dwarven kind.
An elven female will grow a beard with a belt of dwarven kind, so I don't think a Goliath is going to have a problem. Okay. Tattoos going up into hair does not look as cool as tattoos on a shaved head, right? And they really tattooed those guys and gals up, right? On the Goliath images that I've seen. And there's only like 6 or 7 max Goliath pictures done on printed products. So I don't think that's a good... That's like saying all elves are like long-haired blondes or something like that. Because there's like, I don't know, how many pictures of blonde elves.
That is true. And like I said, and the chat, agrees with me. Critical Role does not have all the answers. There are times that I disagree with Matt's rulings. But, I just throwing that out there, that it's there. So Doug is asking about, did I catch the attack roll using perception for a modifier to hit? Interesting and bold rolling. I don't know if that was in the new episode, and I am not up to speed. If it was in the old campaign, I actually haven't been able to watch any in about 10 days. Life and work have just been a bit too busy. So I'm up to episode 60 on campaign 1. And I watched episode 24 of campaign 2. So.
And I have watched 0.
0.
0. I've watched a total of 30 minutes. And it was not consecutive.
Now, there is the Critical Role campaign on Kickstarter if you want to get the minis for both groups. It's like $60 and you get a whole bunch of minis specifically tailored to the Critical Role games. Part of me now, I've certainly backed it because me and minis, but the whole cadre of Pumat Sol and his extras are flipping amazing. I really want to be like, all right, screw it, I'm stealing Pumat Sol and I'm putting him in my game.
And I have to say the use of the Lord of Dead Dreams was pretty cool seeing that and participating. Well, I think we've gone far enough. We can give something away.
All right. So how do we want to give away 5th edition foes?
All right. I am going to see how many participants. Okay. Okay. I'm giving a warning. It's a 5-minute warning. I will be looking at the participants list. And I will be rolling a random number based on how many people are in a participants list. And that is how we're going to figure it out, because I can't get more high-tech than that right now.
So if you are watching but have not been participating in the live chat, add something now. Say hi, say give me the book, please, whatever. Put something in there.
Only restriction is probably it will kick you out of the participants if we have to kick you out of chat. So keep that. Those are the restrictions. Don't get kicked out of chat.
Yeah, true. So Nerder Doug is recusing himself.
Yeah. Well, no, you win Doug and we give you 2 of something. But then you'll deny both of them.
And there's our friend Michael Francis Jr. How you doing?
Hey.
So 5th edition foes is a great book, and we kind of talked about it last week. There's a number of different awesome things in here. One of the things that I will mention, there's some like dinosaur or ancient animals that are in here. There's a woolly rhinoceros. There's a mastodon, a hyenodon. So this is it's a large hyena. So that's pretty cool. But then there's a brontotherium, which has been in other things before. So I kind of thought that that creature was pretty cool. You get some new golems. You get some new undead. Who doesn't want a murder crow for their game? And as Dave said, some other monsters that have existed in previous editions of D&D, are in here.
So a murder crow. So do you have a murder of murder crows?
You would probably.
Could you just say murder crow? You're like, oh my gosh, full of murder.
So I have not read this book, completely, cover to cover. But the murder crow is a medium undead.
That's a big crow.
So this is a crow the size of a person.
Is that a kenku instead? It's an undead kenku.
The creature appears to be a massive crow about 4 feet tall. Its feathers are tattered, blood-soaked, and matted against its rotting form. A stench of decay emanates from it as it circles overhead.
So, be a lot of emanation of decay.
One of its, things is an eye rake. It's got a death throw ability. It's good stuff.
So it's a ninja murder crow.
Apparently,
because it can throw as a throw ability. Or is it is it really dropping stuff on people?
Well, its death throw is when it hits zero hit points. It does stuff.
Got it.
So Roger Babin, a murder of murderous murder crows.
There we go.
So have we hit our our 5 minutes?
Sure.
And we'll pull up the random number generator, or however Nate's choosing from the participants, and Nate is going to reveal that the winner is going to be.
That would be a Ranger Roy.
All right. Well, Ranger Roy, please nerdarchy@gmail.com. Contact me, and I will send this your way, sir.
I have a feeling we'll be able to get a hold of him.
Yeah, I think I've contacted him before.
Yes. Are we giving away anything else?
Next week we have our monthly giveaway.
I didn't know if we were starting the weekly giveaway.
If
this is like a past giveaway. This is a makeup.
Do you want to give away something else?
Yeah, let's give away something else.
Dark Places and Demigorgons, right here. Awesome. It's smaller than your typical D&D book, but this one's hardcover, whereas the Physician Foes is softcover. This guy's good 200 pages long and sitting on the shelf for a while.
Well, we have a 2, 4, 6. Level 1 noob is a new person. Congratulations, you have just won it. Okay, so you're gonna get in contact with us, nerdarchy@gmail.com. If you don't get in contact with a certain amount of time, I don't know how we'll get in contact with you. So that's gonna have to be the way it goes. So what is it, like 3 days if they don't contact us?
Basically, if by the time we start the stream next week, if we don't have contact from the winners, then we'll just add it into the pile and give it away the following week.
Okay, so that is that.
So level 1 noob gets this guy. Please contact us. And Ranger Roy, like I said, I think we've got your info, but please contact us anyway. You get this guy, and voila.
Yes, congratulations. And like Ted was saying earlier, we seem to have enough stuff here that we could probably give something away pretty consistently for every week.
We'll definitely get some stuff moving, just to clear off the space, so that we have room for more stuff. Yeah, it's I like to keep the stuff flowing. It's getting warm under these lights.
the LEDs that aren't supposed to be that hot. The LEDs are freaking hot.
They are. It's just crazy.
Oh, Tea Time with Toby. He's still disappointed your giant red D20 is not an actual D20.
I'm sorry. It's just a cookie jar. I debated putting dice in it. So it's like, so it's just basically, it's just like, oh, you got a die there. Like, no, I got dice. But that was a cool Think Geek product from a while ago, and it's enjoy being on the shelf. And I just
Yeah, they've got a lot of nice stuff. I liked going there and seeing the secret stuff. I was like, ooh, secret stuff that we can't talk about.
I was sad I was not able to be on that trip. I forget exactly what transpired.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was just Dave and I.
Yeah, you guys got to go down there.
Well, we played the Halloween game.
Right.
Seth came down for of Dice and Men, and he also is part of Eye of the Beholder, the Art of D&D, right? He's working on that project too?
I believe so.
Okay. Super glue. That's what they're suggesting for the cookie jar.
Super glue it and roll it on a pillow. I don't think that's a good idea.
Listen, expanding foam, tape it up with duct tape, and then when the expanding foam settles, you can roll it, and it'll have a nice little cushion as well inside.
So Mike Francis Jr. wants to know where's a good site for cool minis that isn't Miniature Market. It depends upon what you're looking for. If you're looking for, ye old basic, pre-painted stuff, I go to Amazon and you can buy the WizKid stuff. It's blind purchase, so there's no guarantee you're going to get what you like. I tend to, if I want to buy a specific mini, I tend to go to eBay.
Yeah, because somebody somewhere has opened up enough of them, and they're like, I don't want this.
If you're looking for stuff to paint, Reaper is probably your best price point. Although with the new WizKids line, you can get a lot of them on Amazon, so you can get you can get either version of whatever you like. I'm always mini shopping. I don't care what time of year it is. I don't care what's going on. I'm always in the market for more minis.
It's dangerous when you go on someplace and type in minis and you see all the goodness and you're like, I need all these things.
Yeah.
But you've got Conan, you got plenty of Conan minis. You got plenty of Bones minis that aren't painted.
I've got 410 minis that will be coming to me if Bones 4 stays on track.